We're here to talk about the pace of the game. Here are some of the new rules that are going to be enforced during the 2015 season. Hitters are required to keep 1 foot in the batter's box during an at-bat. Timer will be used to promptly resume games after inning breaks, and managers will no longer come out of the dugout to initiate a replay challenge. So it's going to be interesting to see how these rules are implemented and how players react. But you know what, guys? I'm on a pace of show committee. So, Chad, I want to speed these up. Give me 20 seconds on what you think about these potential rule changes.
Well, I think that they're not going to make a big difference, and I don't think they're designed to. I mean, I think this is all about changing the culture a little bit and just getting people used to the idea. Make some small changes along the way, and you hope eventually you're starting to make some significant changes and making these games shorter.
You know what's a significant change they need? Limit the number of times a batter can mess around with his gloves. How many times are they going to strap and restrap? That drives me crazy, and I really do think that it tends to slow the game down. There's no doubt baseball needs a quicker pace. It needs something to keep fans interested. Most of the kids who are in the stands are now on their phones and whatever. You have to really address the shorter attention span of your younger audience. I think this does it.
You got under 20. He was over 20 seconds. But the batter's box thing, I agree with you, Bob. I think it's a good idea that a hitter has to keep his foot in the batter's box.
No doubt.
I've read some quotes from some hitters, though, who have said, listen, this is me against the pitcher, and this can get very tough, and sometimes it's a mind game, and I might want to step out because he's working a little quickly. So as you said, Chad, I think there's going to be some work that's going to have to be done. This isn't just suddenly going to knock 15 minutes off every game.
Right, and I think it's a little surprised that the longtime pitcher is blaming the hitters for this whole issue.
Well, there's no doubt. The batting gloves, that's got to stop. I mean, come on, that's really is nonsense. That's just time wasting.
Would you be okay if they ever said limit the amount of times that a catcher could go to the mound? Would you be okay if they cut down?
That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I really do think that the 20-second pitch clock is insane. I mean, that's really rough. It's because pitchers do have to concentrate. They really do have to prepare to make each pitch, especially late in the game when you know the game is on the line. You got the winning run on third base. You really want to make sure that you are throwing the best possible pitch. The pitch clock is tough, but I'm blaming the batters again. Stay in the box. Stop messing around with the batting gloves. Come on. Get with it.
Well, they're making more drastic changes in the minor leagues. That's where you're seeing the clock and things like that, which I think is, again, about change the mentality a little bit. If you get these guys, even if you never have the clock in the big leagues, if these guys have gotten used to having X amount of time to throw a pitch, it's going to translate as they get to the big leagues, and at least that's the hope. Start speeding things up that way.